Stay with me until the end, because this story may reignite something you thought was lost. The certainty that God always begins in chaos and ends in light. Before anything existed, there was only silence, a deep void, a darkness that felt endless. Nothing had form or direction, but God's heart already held every detail of creation, every color, every breath, every purpose. Even in that silent darkness, his voice was ready to break through. All waited for the moment God would speak and life would begin. At the beginning, there were no stars, no earth, not even time. There was only God, perfect, present, eternal. And when he chose to create, it wasn't out of need, but out of love. A love that moved over the emptiness like a gentle wind, preparing the stage for something the universe had never witnessed. Every second before creation was a quiet invitation for beauty to rise out of nothing. In that stillness, God's love hovered with purpose, waiting for the moment to unveil light. Then God spoke. A single word sliced through the darkness like a beam of eternity. Let there be. And light was born. Not an ordinary light, but one carrying meaning, direction, and promise. It was as if heaven opened its eyes for the very first time. The darkness did not fight. It simply retreated before the Creator's voice. And God separated the light and called it day, and the darkness he named night, marking the first rhythm of creation. With light established, God began shaping what had been formless. He separated the waters, creating a space where the sky could exist. The sky was not just a blue canopy, it was a daily reminder that something greater is always above us. The Creator was organizing chaos, placing each element in its rightful place, revealing that order and purpose are marks of everything shaped by his hands. Then God gathered the waters into one place, revealing dry land. And when the ground appeared, he commanded life to grow. The earth obeyed. Flowers emerged, trees rose, and leaves danced with the newly formed wind. Each plant carried color, fragrance, and purpose. Nothing was random. Creation showed that God is not only powerful, but attentive, careful, and intentional in every act, shaping beauty with divine precision. The sky still had no light of its own, so God created the great lights, the sun to rule the day and the moon to guard the night. And he scattered stars like strokes of eternity. Each shining point looked like a divine signature saying, "I made this for you." Creation was not only beautiful, it was an open letter from the Creator to the human heart, revealing care long before mankind existed. Then God turned his gaze to the seas and commanded creatures to rise within them. Fish, currents, colors, and motion filled the deep. The waters came alive. Then he called birds to the sky, and the wind carried wings across the freshly painted blue. The world began to gain sound, songs, splashes, vibrations. Everything breathed newness, pointing to a God who creates with joy and fills creation with wonder. Then the earth received its inhabitants. God commanded animals of every kind to appear, strong, small, swift, gentle. Each species carried its own uniqueness, its own beauty. Nothing was repeated, nothing wasted. The planet was full, yet something was missing. Someone was needed. Someone who would carry not just life, but identity. Someone who could reflect the heart of the one who created everything. Then God took the dust of the earth and, with his own hands, shaped the human being. It wasn't a word, it was a touch filled with intention, affection, and purpose. He formed every detail, every feature, every part of the body. But the man was not alive yet. Then God leaned close and breathed life into his nostrils. The first human breath came directly from the Creator's chest, and everything began there. When the man opened his eyes, he saw the light God had created, heard the song of the birds, and sensed the fragrance of the flowers. He awakened in a perfect world, crafted to be home. And God placed him in the garden, not as a visitor, but as a son who carried the divine mark, the ability to love, create, care, and relate. Creation was not complete without this bond between father and child. But God saw that man was not meant to live alone. So while he slept, God created the woman, not from dust this time, but from his rib, symbolizing closeness, partnership, and equality. When she opened her eyes, she saw the world with the same beauty he had seen. and she also saw her Creator. There, before his completed creation, God smiled. Everything was good. Everything was filled with purpose and love. The garden was more than a place. It was a continual meeting between humanity and God. There were rivers, fruit trees, colors, and sounds never seen before. Every step was touched by his presence. Creation became the perfect setting for a story of love, freedom, and trust. And even knowing everything that would unfold later, God still chose to begin with beauty, grace, and nearness. The world was not born by accident. It came from a God who speaks through light, creates with tenderness, and arranges with wisdom. Every part of the universe was placed with intention. Nothing escaped the hands of the one who sees the end from the beginning. Creation is the Bible's first great message. God does not work halfway. Everything he starts, he finishes with perfection and love. And when we look at creation today, we realize nothing has lost its original brilliance. The stars still obey, the sea still respects its boundaries, the earth still blooms, and the breath within you still carries the divine touch. Creation is a daily reminder that if God shaped the world with such care, he also knows how to rebuild whatever inside you feels broken. Creation teaches us that God does not begin with what is easy. He begins with what is essential. Before he fixes what we see, he illuminates what we cannot see. Light came before shape. Purpose came before movement. And it is the same with us. God first ignites something within our hearts, and only then rearranges what surrounds us. He creates from the inside out, always. Another lesson from creation is that God works in stages. He separates, organizes, shapes, fills, and only then delivers. Nothing is instant, yet everything is perfect in his timing. When you don't understand the process, remember the beginning of all things. Even light needed a command, and even the garden went through construction. What God does may take time, but it never fails. He is creating something in you. If this story touched your heart, don't leave without responding. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and leave your comment below. This helps the message reach others who need to remember that God still creates, restores, and transforms. Share hope today. Someone's faith may rise because of your voice.